Hopefully my microphone is working. Let me see. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing. Testing. All right. It looks like it's working. I think it is. And don't mind the background. That's just, whatever. Anyways, good to see you guys here. We are live. Wow, this is episode number 528, and it's going to go very quickly. I'm excited to be here. Doing a little bit better, recovering from my shoulder. And man, I don't know who's with me tonight, but are you guys ready? Yeah, who's ready for tonight? Let me see. Episode number 528. So come on. You got to get in here. You got to lock up. Make sure you turn down your all distractions and everything, what have you. All right. We're supposed to go live at 7:30, but we're doing this a little bit early. So welcome back. And who here has felt stuck? Anybody? Who's ready to press forward with me tonight? Anyways, I thought I had some music on in the background, but I'm not sure if I can do this. But it was kind of cool. Anyway. I think YouTube frowns upon this for a little bit. But anyways, I don't know if anybody can hear what's going on in the background. So welcome, coming in. We're going to be here. Time is going to go by real quick. Got a couple of points of interest. We got one scripture here, Philippians chapter 3, 13 and 14. All right. Got to get back into the fight, back into the mental dojo. Mental dojo. Get back into the mental dojo. Back to reminders that strengthen our minds and our hearts. So welcome, everybody. You got a question? Please. Got a comment? Please. Got a question? Please. Make sure that you're subscribed. Comment, like, and share, please. All right? Don't make me bust your balls. I'm just kidding. Come on, guys. Support the mission. Comment, like, and share. I need you guys just as much as you guys need me. And we need each other, just like others need this mission. This mission must go forward. We're changing lives. We have to change lives, or else we stay behind. Anyways, I reached out to Jim. I reached out to a few others, and I'm not getting any response. Obviously, I can't have anybody on the camera right here. All we can do is just in the comment section. But I'll be back. We'll have something. We'll get something back so we can show the cameras and have people's faces in here again. Don't worry about it. We'll get back here. All right. Remember, always looking forward. Let me make sure I got the camera right here on me. Okay. All right there. So, am I in a hotel room? No. Anyways. Loud and clear. I just turned 50 today. Happy New Year. Happy birthday, by the way, Keith. Welcome. City by the Bay. There's Jim. Hey, Jim. Welcome, Jim. Welcome. Good to see you. So we're talking about getting back up, folks. Really, right? I lost big is the title of this episode. I lost big. Episode number 528. Philippians 3:13. Let me read this first. Brethren, I count it not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind. Forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. So welcome every one of you guys. What are the things behind you that you need to let go of tonight? What are the things? So we've got a few points here that we're going to talk about. We're going to share. At least we're going to try to look into. Again, it's all about reminders, folks. Time's going to go by quick. So if you want to take notes, you can. If you don't want to take notes, you can. If you don't know what to do, you can. I got my little handy dandy little notebook here. So I've got some, no moping, get smoking, right? Got to take action. And then you got to get a result. It's hard. Maybe number 3 should be number 1, right? If you don't have a reason for doing something, you're not going to want to do it. All right, who's with me? Wishing you luck. So good happy birthday there to Keith. Who else is with us? Jim. By the way, Jim, I believe you're a moderator. So if you need, what would be the next thing to do if you lost big? Right on, brother. Glad that you're listening. We're going to talk. Well, number 1 thing is, what are the things behind you that you need to let go of tonight? Right? What would be one thing that you need to let go of tonight? Maybe one big loss. It's a little hard to do sometimes. Not with influence. All right. Who else is with us? We got a few people watching. Thank you for watching. Man, I got 1 thumbs up. That is cool. I like that. 1 thumbs up. Where is it? It's right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I can see it right there. So 1 thumbs up. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Hopefully before the night's over, I'll get a few more. Who else is with me? I'm listening. All right. I need to let go of my old self and realize tomorrow is a new start. I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like weekends that much. I don't like weekends that much. I do not like weekends that much anymore. But I press forward. I press forward toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. I love that. So, number 2, what is one goal you want to reach toward, no matter how small? All right. Where can God's mercy guide you in this next step of your life? Where? Number 1, stop moping. Moping is a term that we used in the ghetto. You got to stop moping, right? After a big loss, or after a small loss, or after any kind of loss. Even, a death in the family is a loss too, but you can't stay there. You grieve, right? You do what you need to do, but you can't mope. You can't, right? Moping, that's what we call M-O-P, like mopping, right? Mopping, but I call it moping. You're like mope, you're like, yeah. Come on, let's go take a walk, man. Let's go exercise. Yeah. I just don't, that's moping, right? Moping, that doesn't help, especially after a big loss. But that's exactly what you do, right? You shrink up, like turn into like a kettle back there. Anyways, so what's one negative thought you've been telling yourself that you can stop tonight? What is one negative thought you can stop that you've been telling yourself you can stop tonight? All right. Don't be like the skeletons. They don't fight. Well, Santos, why don't the skeletons fight? You know why. I shared that with you a long time ago. Must not be like the skeletons. Let me write that down here. All right. Mental dojo. By the way, you guys know what dojo is, right? And we're talking about mental dojo, like mind mojo, mind dojo, mind training. All right. I know it's repetitive. There we go. Speaking about skeletons, we got to add some meat to them bones, right? If you don't add any meat, this one guy said, "Hey, I'll eat Alpo canned dog food if I needed to in the woods." And I thought, he's going to do everything necessary to survive, even eat dog food. And then somebody said, "Well, why eat dog food when you can buy a can of weenies and beans?" Anyways, what would you rather have if you needed to survive? Weenies and beans or dog food? Alpo. I don't know. Anyways, come on, guys, get in here. Let me see. Keith says, I like the weekday. I like the weekdays because I work. I have to find work weekends, not just to sit around. Here comes more thumbs. There we go. Thank you. I appreciate the thumbs. So, we got to let go, right? If you're here tonight, maybe you just came to hear this, that you just got to let go. You have to let go tonight. Before this program is over, you have to let go. You're going to have to let it go. You're going to have to find a reason. In fact, that's one of the POIs here that we're going to be talking about is a reason. The reasons that we're here. The reasons that we're... Anyhow, what's Jim up to? But looking forward to having the camera sessions again. We're going to do that very soon. We're going to get a studio set up so that we can have camera sessions and have a few of you guys come in here. All right. I want to see your beautiful faces. How do you live with the consequences of bad decisions? Exactly, Jim. You have to live with the consequences of bad decisions. That's how you have to live with them, right? But how? How? You have to live with them. That's interesting, though. How do you live? We manage every day, right? We manage every single day. And we're pretty remarkable human beings when we think about it. Jim, we are. Look at where we're at today, relaxing in front of a computer for 30 minutes, thinking about the future. Hopefully we'll get here. We'll get there. But you got to live with it, right? Living is also letting go. Am I correct? And we do. After a while, you tend to there's so many things that distract you today. There's so many things that you can get busy with. It's even easier to forget. But we tend to hold on to those things. Isn't that something the things that we should let go of easy, we don't. And it's kind of back. It's a really it's a phenomenon, put it that way. But we still have to work. I lost big. Epi number 528. Stop moping. Get smoking. Take action. Burn some rubber. What's one thing that you can move? What's one thing that you can do physically or mentally toward better energy? Maybe coming to this program on Sundays is good, right? Prepares you for Monday, maybe. By Tuesday, you run out, man. We got to do this program again on Tuesday, man. Come on, Santos, go live on Wednesday. I may go live again on Wednesdays because I do like meeting and encouragement. I like to give. That's one of my problems. Well, it used to be a problem. It's not really a problem that much anymore. But I enjoy giving, and sometimes you got to be careful because even when you're addicted, when you have severe problems like cards or craps, You want to keep giving, even beyond your own destruction, man. You just want to keep giving, and then you beat yourself down to a pulp instead of beating yourself up. I know someone who made bad decisions and his children went bad and he had to live with their sufferings. City by I'm going to work on loving myself again. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Who's with us? Who's with us? Who else? We missed quite a few people. Quite a few people are still here visiting. By the way, I don't know who's visiting from what channel. Appreciate you being here for a little bit. If you got a question, please feel free to ask. There's a free PDF. I think it's pretty cool. I believe it's one of the best. Mobile friendly, secure. You can download it. All you got to do is send an email through the YouTube channel here. I'll get it out to you as soon as possible. Free PDF, comes with videos. You can ask questions. I'll be able to respond to you. Kind of a little bit of coaching in the background, if possible. I mean, you know, kind of thing. Now, if you want me for coffee and donut for like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, then I'm going to ask you to donate at least $7. You know, so we got 45 minutes, $7 pays for my donut and coffee, and then we could, um, uh, you know, capiche. Anyways, number three, find your reason. What's the thing that keeps you motivated to keep fighting, even when it's tough? What's the thing? Sometimes that changes, or it can change, right? It can, doesn't have to change, but there's got to be something that keeps you motivated fighting. Uh, Again, because it is about fighting, it's about getting up, right? Find your purpose. What's the thing that keeps you motivated to keep fighting even when it's tough? If you could ask God one question about your purpose tonight, what would that be? If you could talk directly to God who knows your future and everything about it. That's kind of an interesting, huh? What would you ask of God? What question would you ask regarding your purpose? And again, it's hard to go forward without reason. It's hard to suffer. I think about these boxers. I think about these individuals that are like they're in the UFC, or they're just training for long periods of time and they're denying themselves, they're denying pleasures. I thought, man, these people do it for a trophy, right? For a reward. And of course, we hear a lot about these people. As they get older, their bodies break down and stuff. But anyways, it's pretty amazing what we're able to do. It still is amazing what you and I are able to do. All right. So, no mope, get smoking. Number three, get a result. Gotta have a reason, purpose. All right. Coming down to the wire here, we're not going to be here too much longer. A couple of things. All right, let's see what you guys got to say. What you guys are sharing here. The hardship of bad decisions are constantly daily reminders that are haunting a ghost that haunt. How do you live with these reminders? Exactly the way you're doing it. Living with, but the thing is, you don't want to be reminding yourself of these constant things, right? You don't. Yeah. You don't want to be reminding yourself that you want to be doing the opposite. Remember, I said that your good life is going to come out of a good series of good, constant, positive reminders. That's why a program like this on a Sunday is worthy of 30, 40 minutes. Again, your good life, right, is going to come out of a good series of good, constant. At least you're not going to have a perfect life. We wish we could have a perfect life. We wish. I wish. No, it's not going to work. We just got to keep living, man. Right? Look at the results that we're getting, analyzing. Who are we associating with? What are we associating with? Is it helping? Or is it making us mope? You know, oh man, I tried last week, man. I lost again. You know what I mean? I felt like that a couple weeks ago. I got operated here. Actually, it's a pretty big cut, man. I thought it was just a little tiny thing. Finally, after a couple of weeks, I got some nice healing. But man, it looked horrible. It did. I don't want to say what it looked like, but it really did. Anyways, it gets a little bit darker. Sometimes it hurts and it itches and it's kind of ugly before it gets better. All right, folks, we're coming down to the wire here. 21. We got another couple minutes. Life can be very painful. How do people live? I mean, you know, look at these people that are in Gaza, over there in Palestine. I was just thinking to myself, I do a little bit of a donating to a orphan place in Pakistan. A friend of mine, Victor, runs like a school place where he teaches orphan kids and they try to educate them and provide food and different things. So I like to do what I can. You know, I don't do much. And I was just thinking about, man, these people in the Strip. What about, how can I look at my life, man? You know, I feel guilty, man. Sometimes when I get some food or I don't want to eat the whole plate, I throw something away and I think about, you know, do what we can, do our part, a little bit. Every little bit helps. I'll figure out a way to send some morsels out there somewhere. Will you? Anyhow, I want to thank those of you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you for subscribing, for commenting, for sharing, and for donating. Those of you that have donated $7 or more, I appreciate you. The community appreciates you. You know, these emails that I get from people that maybe none of you guys read, or comments that I get through the YouTube channel, it really makes me just want to keep giving a little bit more. You know, so I'm going to do my part to give, to help those that are less fortunate than myself. There's people out there that are still struggling big time, losing big. And hopefully we can snatch some of them out of the fire, at least bring them out, maybe help them get the desire gone. You know, because once the desire for these things that we believe are holding us back, you know, it could be just a thought or even just a word, a phrase that's holding you back. Just a word or a phrase or a thought, right? An image could be paralyzing you big time. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. So thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. Once again, the Philippians 3:13 says, "Brethren, I count it not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind." Whatever you did 2 hours ago, whatever you did yesterday, whatever mishap you had last week, last year, 2 years ago, behind you. You got through it. Jim was asking, how do we live? How do we get through? How do you get through it? You're getting through it. You need a reminder sometimes, right? But this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before, I press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of Christ in Jesus, salvation, born again. We're going to leave this world one day. We're going to leave. Oh, sure, for sure. One of us might leave sooner than not. And then what really counts? Oh, may God have mercy on us, because that's not something that we can just do because we want to. Oh, I'm so great and I'm so strong, man. Look, I got a bigger bicep. And no. Humble yourself, my friend. May God be merciful to you. Right? That's all I have, friends, tonight. Thank you. Appreciate it. Look at the likes. I got some good likes there. Thank you. So I really don't have any more to say because I'd be rambling on. Just want to say that I appreciate each and every one of you people out here. You inspire me. You motivate me. Even if it's one. There's an individual I hear from. Sadly, he's an alcoholic. I won't mention his name. He's not here. He's on another social media site. He reaches out to me and he shares kind words, but he's an alcoholic. He's in trouble. I do my best to try to encourage him. I don't even know if he has any friends. Somehow he reached out to me on TikTok. I used to have an alcohol problem, horrible one. And it gives me headaches now, so I can't drink anyway. I don't like to drink. Don't like the taste of alcohol. So anyhow, it's about service to others, right? So we do what we can. We serve others. So thank you for those that donate, for those of you that support this mission. And we're going to be catching you on the next round. Maybe Wednesday. Who knows? Episode number 529. Don't be like the skeleton. No, I'm just joking. 529. Yeah, I'll see how I'm feeling. Hopefully I've had enough Cokes in me that day. All right. Okay, folks. Thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Got to get back. City by the Wednesday. All right. We're going to be thinking about that one. Hopefully we're going to see you here Wednesday. Laura, you can't help him. I'm trying. Thank you guys. Laura, Barry, Rob. Oh, I can't mention the guy's name because that wouldn't be a good thing. Jim, thank you for hanging out. Appreciate you. We'll be getting back on the studio session where we can actually join on camera pretty soon. We'll be doing that, right? You guys will be joining me on camera. I've gone there's been many things happening. Some great things, some life can be sad and happy too. So it is what it is. Who else was with us? Race, City by the Bay, Jim. Oh, Amanda. Hi there. Missed you. Barry, Rob. And then who else was with us? Everyone have a good week. No, I said you can help him. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate you. All right, you guys. Hey, remember, right? Oh, that not that side, right there. Always looking forward. We'll see you guys on the next live. Thank you guys. Possibly Wednesday.